Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Kristen, and yeah, so I am going to do decks that I'm loving right now. I haven't done a video in a while. I've had foster kittens. My life has been up to my eyeballs in cat, drama. I had to completely clean off all my altars. I'm making an appearance. So I'm going to try to squeeze this in. I am hot. It is a hot autumn day, and I'm sticky and I'm gross. But I wanted to get this out. I had some time, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So welcome. So I'm going to show some decks that I've been loving right now, and a couple of them were a surprise to me, actually, because two of them I was going to rehome. But I pulled them back out and I was like, you know what? I love these. Why am I rehoming them? I think I just wasn't connecting to them at the time. And one of them was pure physical because it was too big. It's a huge deck, and so it's too big for my hands. It's still too big for my hands, and it's still kind of uncomfortable. But I'm overlooking that. I've decided to overlook that aspect of it, and that is the Scarab and Dahlia. And this is what I've been using the most right now is the Scarab and Dahlia. And yeah, I love this deck. It's a collage deck. And this is the backs. It's a chunky one. It's got silver edging, which is kind of sharp, which is unfortunate. But yeah, some of these are upside down because from my reading earlier. Excuse me. Excuse me. Here we go. Okay. So let me show you some cards. I'm not going to go through the whole deck, but I will show you, enough to show you exactly why I'm loving it. So I'm really into collage decks. Like generally, collage is where it's at for me. I was going over my top 10 favorite decks at the moment, and like half of them were in some aspect collage. But this is a gorgeous deck. It's gorgeous. I can't believe I considered rehoming it just because of the size. Because, I mean, come on, I grew up Catholic. I can suffer a little, you know? But it's beautiful. So well done. So well done. The colors are striking. The choice of collage items is on point. It's just thought provoking. It's stunning. It's I don't know how else to put it. If you don't like collage, you're not gonna like it. You know, simple as that. But if you like collage, I think this deck really does an excellent job. And I can't really ramble on more about it other than I'm just obsessed with it right now. Um, I'm just using it every day. I carry it with me, even though it's huge. And I'll carry it like throughout the house. I will take it with me when I leave the house, just in case someone wants a reading. No one ever has. I have brought a deck with me for years. Not once has anyone say, "Oh, can you give me a reading now?" No, that never happens. But if I don't bring a deck, someone will ask me for a reading. So I always bring one. Like, look at this. I love this Ace of Coins. Beautiful. It's so vibrant. Look at these colors. Oh, it's so gorgeous. So gorgeous. And look how fun this is. Yeah, the Six of Cups, and you have all this stuff that is like nostalgic from childhood, that could be nostalgic from someone's childhood. Um, a lot of it is nostalgic from my own. So I don't know how old the creator is, and I should probably name the creator Johanna Gallahan Waldo. I'm terrible at that, at looking at names and remembering them. But look at that sun. Oh, yeah. Like the creator, I follow her on Instagram, and she suggested I trim it since it's so big, but I don't think I will. I like the borders. I usually don't. I usually am an anti-borderite, but with this deck, I like it. And so that is the Scarab and Dahlia. See, next. The next one is also one I was going to rehome because I could not connect with it. And that is the Tarot of the Holy Spectrum Infinity Edition. So, oh, that's the cloth that it comes with because it's so shiny. It includes a cloth that you can clean it with. But yes, the Tarot of the Holy Spectrum, very, very shiny. And it's it's so vibrant, so rich in color, and whoop, so slick. It's a very slick deck, but it's beautiful artwork. Not my usual aesthetic. It's like this is very comic booky. I don't read comic books like graphic novels. That's what I should say. A graphic novel. It's very graphic novel-y. Um, but I haven't read things like that since I was very little, with like Archie and Casper and the Friendly Ghost, you know. Um, but I digress. Beautiful. The choice, because it's not a Rider-Waite Smith clone, but and so like the imagery just is very thought provoking in a lot of the cards. Yeah. So like some of them aren't what you would expect. Um, but it gets its point across. It's not like you look at the card and you don't know what's going on. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Yeah, and for some reason I just was not connecting, and so I was going to rehome it. I posted it on a Facebook community and everything. No one took the bite, thankfully. So that is the Tarot of the Holy Spectrum Infinity Edition. The next one is new to my collection, and that is the Baphomet Tarot. Cute, interesting, striking. I love it. Black edges. The backs are very satanic looking. And for those who don't know, Baphomet has many different iterations in different cultures. But the one that became most well known is the Pope at the time. I'm forgetting his name. Accused the Knights Templar of worshiping this being called Baphomet, the statue. Chances are, most likely, they just did not like the fact that the Knights Templar were so powerful. They were extremely wealthy, very powerful, and becoming more powerful than the Catholic Church itself. And the Pope did not like this. So he accused them of heresy, of like worshiping false idols, and completely stripped them of all their wealth. I actually have an ancestor who became a brother of the Knights Templar. He was actually king of Jerusalem at the time. So that's an interesting tidbit. But yeah, I think it's fun. It's some of the cards are just cute, like the pages are just really cute. Um, and I don't know what language to use as far as just like compelling, I guess. Thought provoking. If you like sort of edgier decks, decks that sort of, challenge your concept of good and evil, of right and wrong. Because I think a lot of people are get squigged out to decks like this. They have even some personal experiences with dark forces, and so they equate these beings with those dark forces. They conflate them, and that's just not like Baphomet is sort of the realm of Pan and other like horned beings, deities and spirits and whatnot. Um, and yeah, the church, is it the Temple of Satan? The Satanic Temple uses the Baphomet as their symbol. The Satanic Temple is a wonderful organization. Wonderful organization. They do so much good. They're not, killing cats. They're not calling on dark forces to go kill babies. No, they're fundraising for different good causes and stuff, and doing arranging garbage pickup in like nature reserves, and they're supporting trans rights and LGBTQ rights in general, or they're anti-racism, like. And then you have like the fundamentalists who are supposedly the good guys, who um yeah, I can go on a tirade. I could go on a tirade for hours about this, but I'm not going to. The deck. Cool deck, don't you think? If you're into this kind of art, which I now am, because I love the movie The Witch. I love Philip, Black Phillip in there. He's the goat, and I actually have a Black Phillip stuffy, and I would love to get a T-shirt that says "Live Deliciously." If you know the movie, Black Phillip is the devil in a goat, and he lures a young woman to become liberated, basically, from the confines of her oppressive family. So, in a very unfortunate way, I would say. But yeah, I love this deck, and you should love it too. So, the Baphomet Tarot. Okay, the next deck is another new one to my collection, and that is the Gothic Literature Tarot. And here's the box. It's huge. It looks like a book. Look at this. Isn't it gorgeous? It's absolutely gorgeous. And the deck is stunning. Look at the backs. The sides are silver. And it's not black and white. It's green. It has a greenish tone, and then it has pops of red, fiery red images. So this is as close to black and white as I've gotten so far as decks that I like. It's very rare that I see a black and white deck and I actually like it. The Murder of Crows is on my wish list, and I think that might be the only one that's actually legitimately black and white. And I'm like, I love that deck. I want that deck. So, but this is close, and it kind of has the same energy as the Darkness of Light tarot, and I left that out in the rain, and so it's warped. I can't use it. It's just been sitting on my shelf for years, unused. But what's cool about this is that, of course, the name Gothic literature. So all the characters in the major arcana come out of books. So there is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. There is Quasimodo. There is the Phantom of the Opera right here. Let's see what else. What else? Wuthering Heights. There's several from Wuthering Heights. Jane Eyre. Um, I think there's one from it's an Edgar Allan Poe story. It's slipping my mind though. I don't think I'm gonna just find it randomly, but Yeah, Frankenstein. Frankenstein's creature is one. Look at that. Look how stunning that is. I overuse that word stunning, but it's so atmospheric. Um, and the artwork is amazing. Amazing. Gorgeous. Whoever did the art is very talented, and it's not, and I'm pretty sure it's not AI. But I find out if it's AI, I'm gonna be upset. But it's not, I don't think it's AI. It doesn't look like AI. And the creator is Syrian Shadow is the name. That I don't know if that's his real name. Probably not. But the coins or pentacles are skulls in this deck, which is appropriate. But yeah, I think it's gorgeous. But it's so nice. I don't take it anywhere. I will not take it out of my house because it's just the card stock. It's I don't even know how to explain. It's something I've never felt before. It's similar to rose petal, but it's not. It's not rose petal because it doesn't stick. It slides very nicely. Um, but that is the Gothic literature. Now let's get on to other decks. Okay, so as far as Oracle, I think this is the only Oracle I brought up. Earth and Bone. The Earth and Bone Oracle. This is I keep getting Oracle decks and then I don't use them. I love Oracle decks, but to be honest, I really struggle with having the imagination to use them. I use them for journaling prompts mostly, or I'll say what should I have a reading on? I'll pull an oracle card. That's what I'm going to do my reading on, and then I pull the tarot. That's usually the way I do it, but entering spooky season, entering the autumn era of the year, and so yeah, I'm called to work with darker decks. I mean, I generally prefer darker decks. That seems to be I wouldn't say I prefer them. I'm often drawn to them. It's my inner goth, I guess. My inner vampire lover. So yeah, these are the backs. And so this is higher self, fertility, creativity. So conjurer. What's the name of that card? Sorcerer, ambition, willpower, creation. I should pull a card for myself to see what I get, see if it speaks to me. Initiation, adventure, freedom, migration. So that's cool. That's beautiful. But I'm all about the bones right now. All about the bones. I should pull out. I have another tarot deck, and the name is slipping my mind. I don't read with it often. It was gifted to me by Scott from Scorpio Sun Tarot. It was a bit just too dark for him, but it's a bunch of skeletons, and I think I'll pull that out and start using it with this Oracle deck because I like things to match. Because I'm weird that way. But yeah, let's see. Fate, alignment, decisive moments, opportunistic events. So look at that. Oh, look at that. I got a skull. I got a skull. So yeah, it's just beautiful. If you like creepy skulls. And it's edged in this beautiful blue. And this is the mass market version. I know that there's an indie version as well. Okay, let's keep with the theme. And the next deck that I'm loving, and I'm still learning, is the Tarot Vampires. I know it's its own system, and it seems to be split into two. How did this happen? I keep doing that. There we go. There we go. Sorry. I etched it in red. Doesn't come that way. Doesn't come at all because it's out of print and they don't plan on reprinting it. But it speaks to my 90s vampire loving self. And oh, these are the backs, the rows. I mean, most people have seen this deck. So, but I'm loving it. I'm loving the different intricacies of meaning that are woven into it. I'm usually not someone that dives into Kabbalah, like Jewish mysticism. Just doesn't usually speak to me. I mean, I'm not from the Judeo-Christian background, so it's not something that I've ever historically been drawn to, but recently I have been. Recently, I've been drawn more to that Semitic um, mytho narrative, the different narratives that have come out of like Semitic cultures, like historically Semitic cultures. So, yeah. I mean, I don't, like, you all have seen this deck, so I'm not sure what else to say other than it's fabulous. It's cool. It's deep. Like the book that comes with it, the Phantasmagoria, very very well thought out. Has a lot of information in there that you can pull out meaning from. But I'm still learning because it's not an RWS clone. There is overlap in meaning, but I've been told that it's more Thoth based. Um, I don't know if that's true or not, but I assume that's why that it's more Thoth based, and it is like the court cards are Thoth based, but I don't know Thoth, so it's just a new animal for me. So that's the Tarot Vampires. And the last deck that I got that I've been using is the Tarot de Marseille Waite. I butcher French, so I'm not going to try to say it in French. I could. No, I'm not going to because I'm going to sound like an idiot. But these are the backs. Doesn't come edged or anything. It's mass market. But I love the blend of the Rider-Waite Smith with the Marseille style art. And I like having, a RWS in rotation generally and right now this is what's been calling to me. Sometimes I use my plastic deck that's like really bright, bright pinks and everything, and other times I prefer the more muted tones of yeah, there's a borderless one that I have that's very muted. But this one is sort of in between as far as richness and color, and yeah, muted. So I love it. I think it's a beautiful deck. It's beautiful, and I'm glad I got it. I'm glad I hemmed and hawed. I went back and forth. I was like, oh, do I want to spend the money? Do I want to spend the money? But that's usually my, MO is that I just hem and haw on decks and forever. I don't buy a lot of decks. Like some people will buy multiple decks every month. Um, I'll buy a few a year, you know. Um, and so I'm very picky as far as decks. There's so many decks I would love. I have a huge, huge wish list, and there's no way I'm going to be able to get them all. But I digress. I am rambling. Either way, beautiful deck. I recommend it. I recommend that deck a lot. For anyone that likes the Rider-Waite Smith, but also can appreciate some Marseille flair. And that is what I got. That's what I got. That's what I'm using right now. Truth be told, it's mostly the Scaramandalia. I've been using this the most. Um, I easily get deck overwhelm and deck freeze, and so having multiple decks that I'm working with just I don't know if it's my ADHD or what. It's just too much. It gives me anxiety, legitimate anxiety to have multiple decks going on. So, like some of these I will put aside and just like slowly work through them. Like I'll spend a while with one deck and then a little while with another deck. Like I'm not going to be able to switch around constantly between decks, or like some people use multiple decks in one day. I can't do that. I can't. I mean, I could try, but chances are I'm not going to be effective in anything. So yeah. Thank you for watching my video. I know it's been a while, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed the decks that I showed. And I will see you another time. Bye.